Rust is a common enemy for anyone dealing with steel structures. It creeps in silently, often unnoticed, until it's too late. Today, I'm going to share a complete guide on rust removal and painting techniques that will help you defeat corrosion and protect your steel assets. First, let's talk about the rust removal process. The key is to act quickly. If you spot rust, don't ignore it. Start by assessing the extent of the damage. For light rust, a simple scrub with a wire brush or sandpaper can do wonders. But if the rust is more severe, you might need to step it up a notch. Traditional methods like using a rust converter can be effective. These products chemically transform rust into a stable compound, making it easier to paint over. However, if you're looking for something more advanced, consider using a sandblaster. This method removes rust quickly and efficiently, but it requires some safety precautions and proper equipment. Always wear protective gear and ensure you're working in a well-ventilated area. Once the rust is removed, it's time to prepare the surface for painting. Cleaning is crucial. Use a degreaser to remove any oil or dirt and rinse thoroughly. After that, make sure the surface is completely dry. Moisture can lead to new rust forming under your paint, so take your time here. Now, let's dive into painting and corrosion protection techniques. Choosing the right paint is essential. Look for a high-quality, rust-inhibiting primer. This will create a barrier between the metal and the elements. Apply the primer evenly and allow it to dry completely before moving on to the top coat. When selecting your top coat, consider using a polyurethane or epoxy paint. These types are durable and provide excellent protection against moisture and UV rays. Apply multiple thin coats rather than one thick coat. This ensures better adhesion and a smoother finish. Remember to follow the manufacturer's instructions for drying times between coats. Best practices don't stop at just painting. Regular maintenance is key to prolonging the life of your steel structures. Inspect them periodically for any signs of rust or damage. If you catch it early, you can address it before it becomes a bigger issue. Also, consider applying a protective sealant after painting. This adds an extra layer of defense against moisture and environmental factors. Finally, here are some expert tips to keep in mind. Always work in optimal weather conditions. Avoid painting in high humidity or extreme temperatures, as this can affect the curing process. And don't rush the job. Taking the time to do it right will save you headaches down the road. By following these steps, you can effectively remove rust and protect your steel structures from corrosion. With a little effort and the right techniques, you can ensure their longevity and maintain their integrity for years to come.